It is interesting to me, like thinking back to because it hasn't been that long since I first started discovering baby metal and like watching concerts with you and stuff. And one of the things that really stood out to me about their music is how fast the tone could shift on a dime, and how much they would surprise you throughout the songs. And I know they're completely changing their approach for this album. But if that was one of the things that you really liked about their music in the past, and then they come out with the stuff that, like the three songs we've had so far, have a pretty similar tone throughout the whole song as well. There's not a lot of tone shifts or crazy changes like a lot of their songs from the past, and that might change for the live versions. But that's just another thing I thought of that might be like, this isn't what I was expecting out of this band based on what I've heard before.
Yeah.
Do you think they lost fans because of this?
I don't think so.
No.
And
in fact, people that are even talking like me right now, I'm still fucking curious what they're going to do for the next episode.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's not like I'm like, oh shit, I'm not going to listen to it. No, I'm like, okay, well, let's see what the rest is going to bring to us.
My biggest problem with this song is it's just too long. It didn't need to be that long. It's just drawn out.
6 minutes. Yeah.
As a there's a 6 minute song, so as a like a concept for a song is great, but there's just.
Do you guys think they'll gain? Do you guys think they'll gain fans with this? Thanks for that. I was about to ask that, Cody. Thank you for mentioning that. Do you think they'll gain new?
Yeah, that's a good question, because if they've heard some of it a little bit, let's check them out more than they hear these. It's not going to be like what probably they've heard before, so they'd have to choose to stick around and hear what else is going on, or they might be like, oh, this is even cooler than what I just heard. Fuck, man, I don't know.
I've seen some comments saying they like this better. Actually, not a lot, but I've seen a few.
I know Rosie likes this new stuff better than like the older, crazier stuff I've shown her. Because she doesn't like the crazy tone shifts. She likes a consistent sound and something that's not really harsh or jarring.
Right, and that's another thing we have to consider. Who's doing the listening here too, right? I'm the guy that listens to Pasco. So like when you get a
look at the music we listen to on our own. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, when you get a little bit more neutral, maybe for me personally, that is less appealing than something that's going to hit the extremes on both sides. You know what I mean? So I think, and people are saying, people in the comments I see they're saying Doki Doki Morning and Road to Resistance are 6 years apart. Okay, so let's use ones that are not. Karate and Road to Resistance are on the same album. Totally different songs, totally different vibes, totally different sounds. Again, this is a personal preference for me. I understand that people are going to go out there and they're going to love just that vibe, and they're going to be totally down to hear 10 songs in a row that are in that vein. I just am personally, I like weird shit better most of the time. And this is just not that weird.
So yeah, I like everything. So like a little bit of everything. Like I do like my I guess you could say just like these songs, like Divine Attack and Monochrome are my favorite. I say Metal Kingdom would be last on the list out of these three so far. For reasons that Ryan said, it's really repetitive, but I also know I can't wait to sing it with everybody live. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's going to be part of that experience. And I would definitely Divine Attack Monochrome. I enjoy. Obviously, I covered Monochrome, but yeah. So I like both. I like my insane craziness, and I like my not so insane craziness. I like a mixture of both. So maybe that's where I'm like biased towards it or enjoy it also. Because I could easily just go listen to the earlier Bay Metal and then listen to that and be like, oh, this is cool,
Right. Mm-hmm. It may be great to have a completely different thing to listen to. I'm not, and one of the guys like, oh, you just want the same thing over and over. No, I don't, man. What I loved about them was their diversity, and that's what Champ was saying. I think stripped down is like, I love being able to be surprised in each song and these whatever.
Yeah. And we understand like Midwest Mouse said here. I feel we're critiquing an album without hearing the album. And it's got a point there. Like everything's not out, but these three songs are what they've given us.
Right.
Yeah. We're just talking about those three songs, really.
Yeah.
Like, right.
Yeah.
If there was 10 songs out and we were talking about all 10 songs, that's going to be a different conversation. But
next song's going to be Sue fucking death metal screaming and blast beats.
Right?
It could be the war in the metal.
Awesome.
It could be the war in the metalverse coming up next. Who knows?
Or they could collaborate with Taylor Swift.
But like what should we do now? Like, should we just not talk about any of the songs until the album drops? Like, is that the move? Like, I feel like we should be able to talk about the songs that came out too.
Champs,
I'll say
Champs
this:
grumpy.
the majority of everybody comment has been super cool about it. You know, I try and be honest when I listen to shit, and I've had videos where I'm like, this is pretty cool, and I just delete them because I'm not being honest, man. So thank you for actually watching and giving, you know, sensible opinions and comments.
I enjoyed your video. Enjoyed it.
Thanks. You know,
I'll watch it later.
So yeah, man. So for the most part, it's been fine. I thought I was expecting actually a lot more backlash than I got, so that was a nice surprise.
Sweet.
So something to by the way, Champ, just bring it up a little bit closer because it's the best when you have it like right up when you do talk because it's still
People are saying that I'm making
it.
them nauseous by moving my phone around.
Quit moving it around.
What do you think? I'm like built like a fucking
Hold
train,
still.
bro. My arms move.
All right, if you guys want, I'll put a picture over Champ. But for the audio listeners, this is going to be a pain in the ass to hear
No, I
you
want
talk.
to see Champ's face.
There you go. Keep it right there when you're talking. When you're talking, keep it right there. No, I just don't want the audio listeners hearing that. It's just going to be a tremendous
This is like
echo.
a selfie.
Flip it to the Billy your hat.
There you go. Perfect.
For more Gaijin goodies like you just saw, be sure to subscribe to the Gaijin Guys podcast and turn on all notifications to be part of the live stream every Sunday. You can also find us wherever you listen to podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, etc. You can find even more exclusive content and reactions on our Patreon, patreon.com/Gaijin Guys. I'll see you there. Adios.